It's April 2nd, and we're entering our second month of hiding in the woods. What do they call that? Social distancing. So today, I guess, the big thing on the mainstream news is face mask, wearing face masks. So I thought, let's look at my stash and see what we have. And U.S. Army cadets. Now I can go out in public now and not worry about me spreading my disease or catching their disease. Of course, I kind of look like a terrorist, and there's going to be a lot of other people out there looking like either terrorists or bank robbers, things like that. So get used to it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be wild. All right. Tonight we're going to have on Red Cabin Cooking, we're going to do some sweet potato pies and some Italian bread. So stay tuned. The ingredients for a single pie are listed on the screen. On this video today, we're going to make two pies. So just double these ingredients. And basically, you need a pastry shell, an unbaked one, sweet potatoes, pound can, third cup of butter when it's softened or melted and cooled, half cup of sugar, teaspoon of vanilla, half a tablespoon of ground cinnamon. You can put it a little more or a little less depending on your taste. You want to put some ground ginger in here and some ground nutmeg. I used half a teaspoon of each. And of course you need a little bit of salt, so about a quarter teaspoon of salt, and then milk, 1 cup for each pie, and 2 eggs, 2 large eggs. And you want to make sure those eggs are close to room temperature, and you want to beat them a little bit before you throw them into your mixture here. This is one of the commercial pie crusts I got. I got a package of 2, and what you're going to do is you're going to open them up and lay them out on your cutting board or your flour board there, and unroll them. And what I do is once I get them unrolled, I kind of take my hands and go over them and make sure there's no cracks or breaks in the pie crust. And we're going to put them in our plate, push them down, get them ready for the oven. You want to put them in the oven and bake them at 400 degrees for like 10 to 15 minutes until they look like this. Make sure you take a fork and poke the bottom of them so they don't blow up on you. As you can see, these are ready for the filling. We're going to do the filling next. We'll start with the sugar that goes into a bowl. We're going to put 2 cups in this recipe because I'm doubling the recipe. Use this 1 cup. Then you want to put your ground ginger and your ground nutmeg. All right. We put those in there. You want to go for your cinnamon, your ground cinnamon. We put that in there. Get that in the pot. And here we got them. We're ready to start putting our other ingredients in here. Those are all the dry ingredients except for the sweet potatoes, and those are going in next. And here's a shot of everything that's going in there. You got the eggs in the background. You got the cans of sweet potatoes, the milk, the butter, the vanilla, and the sugar and spices are in the bowl already. There's another shot of it, different angle. As you can see, for 2 of them, everything's doubled. Really easy to make a couple of them. You just open the can. These are just sweet potatoes that I usually see around Thanksgiving and Christmas time at the shelves. Here we go. We're putting in our vanilla, and once we got that in, we'll put our butter in. You're getting everything laid out in the bowl there and ready to mash it all together. I'm taking a fork here to start them, and then I'm putting in my milk, and I'm getting the mixture out, and we're going to beat these until they're pretty smooth. I like to mine a little chunkier, so I didn't quite keep going as farther than that. Now I'm going to add your eggs. The last thing I do is throw the eggs in there and beat those into the mixture as well. You can see me beating the eggs in, and that's what you wound up with. That's going to go in your pie crust. And you see there we're filling the pie up. And then we're going to go ahead and stick that in the oven. And that's what it looks like when it's done. Now let's make some good old-fashioned white bread, or Italian bread without the EVO. Here's what you need. You need some all-purpose flour. You need active dry yeast, salt, sugar, and warm water. And real easy to do. There's a picture of all the basic stuff. This is all you need to make any type of basic bread. You can change up the flours to whole wheat, rye, whatever. Start off with the yeast. We're going to put the yeast in the bowl. We're going to then add our sugar, and then our salt, and then the warm water, and then we're going to start beating in with a whisk some flour, a little bit at a time. Beat it in and let it set for 30 seconds and beat it in a little bit more. You can see it's starting to thicken up as we add more to it. And that's about ready to switch to a spoon and start mixing it up. Mix it up a little bit and then pour it out on the floured surface like this. Then get in there with your hands and start kneading it. You're going to press down on it, bring it up into a ball like that. After you've kneaded it about 10-15 minutes, you'll feel it come together, and it'll start getting smoother, and shape it into a round ball like this. This is going to go in an oiled container, and going to go back in the oven to proof, or some other warm place to proof for at least an hour. You want it to go at least an hour, or double its size. So we're going to drop it out on the floured surface again and shape it into a ball. We're going to go ahead and put it on a baking sheet and let it sit another hour and rise up again till at least it's double in size. And what I'm doing here is I'm scoring the top and put a nice little pattern on it. It helps it rise a little bit in the oven without cracking, and you can easily put some beaten egg on it if you want it. Here's what the end product looks like. We've got it cut up and getting ready for some butter on warm white bread fresh out of the oven. If you like this kind of stuff, you can find us more at these locations. Please share and subscribe if you'd like, and we'll continue to produce quality content for you. So until next time, take care. Fight the COVID virus. Keep your social distancing. And drive on.